because this is a question from one of the shadchanim who made a 10K shidduch. And I'm quoting. I have posted many shidduch suggestions on this website, and one of my suggestions became a shidduch and is one of the 92 engagements that Levin just told us about, right? However, there are numerous times that I don't receive an answer at all when they are not interested in the shidduch. Hearing that they looked into your suggestion and it's not for them, it's not for right now, it's not what they're looking for, are all examples of answers that would be appreciated. If the first suggestion is not a good fit, maybe I have another suggestion or two. Now, can you discuss how you approach this scenario of not getting answers back? How pushy are you? Do you give up and stop trying?
Who's talking?
So I think that as a shadchan, it's your responsibility, if you have an idea and if you really feel your idea, it's not just about sending a WhatsApp, sending a resume. You have to call the person, you have to speak to the person, whether it's the parent or the single, and get them interested in the shidduch. And what happens today is, because we have social media and a million different ways to reach somebody. It used to be, if you call them at home and they weren't home, you got their answering machine. Now, I think most people don't even have a home phone anymore. Everything's through the cell phone. And if they don't pick up their cell phone, then they'll text you. And if you don't answer their text, then they'll WhatsApp you and they'll email you. So everybody, in a way, is very, very reachable today. So there's almost zero excuse for somebody not to come back to you with some kind of response.
But sometimes they just don't want to give an answer because they don't have an answer.
Right.
And they don't want to say no, but they don't want to say yes.
So I'll just tell the person, please confirm that you received the information. Just please, just let me know that you got the resume, you got the idea. And then sometimes they'll answer, and sometimes a no answer or no response is an answer. It means no. It means maybe I'll come back to you in 6 months, but for right now. And people always press the shotgun, but why? They don't always tell us why. And if we have a definitive no, or we know it's not going to be, yes, of course we'll give it over to the other side. But one of the things that I'm looking to try to do, and I'm trying this with a couple of shadchanim, which kind of feeds into the next question, I'm sorry. But what I would really, really like to do, and I'm trying this especially with singles who kind of handle their own shidduchim in a way that don't necessarily have to go through the parents, or that it has to go through the brother and the sister and the cousin, that I can go to them directly, and I'll read a shidduch to the boy and the girl at the same time, and I'll say, I'm reading you, I just want you to know, Yitzchak, I've sent your resume to Sarah, and Sarah, I've sent your resume to Yitzchak. You both have 3 days, let's go. And in certain crowds, it's working very well. Certain crowds, it's you've got to be kidding. But I feel that this way, the boy trying to take away the upper hand that the boy feels that he has, which in reality, I have mothers coming to me all the time, literally with stacks of resumes, and within 10 minutes, 95% of them probably will not be shayach for whatever reason. So the fact that the mothers of the boys have all these resumes is a problem in itself, but sooner or later it'll come back, in the girls' court when she gets that yes, and she's got to give back. So it's not like one person necessarily has the upper hand. It's just very frustrating for us, for the girls, just not to have busy work, not to have who to check into. So I'm kind of hoping that this maybe will take off, where there's going to be a sense of responsibility on both sides. You have somebody checking into you, and they know that they're checking into you. So hurry up and let's go.
I just follow up every few days, and then, eventually they'll give me an answer, either yes or no. And like she said, if they don't answer me, and I know that they saw or they heard or they did, I just take that as they're not interested, or not for now.
And sometimes you plant the seeds. You send a resume. A few months later, they read that shidduch from someone else. And when they hear it 2-3 times, then they'll pick up on it. Maybe they'll go back to the original shotgun. Maybe they'll go with the current shotgun. I once had someone call me up and says, you sent me a resume. I think we're ready to say yes to the girl. I'm like, I sent you a resume? I'm checking my email. It was 2 years ago. I'm like, she's married with a kid already. Sometimes it just goes in the pile.
And just to respond, I think that I also read 1 or 2 shidduchim and no one responded. And initially I was upset, why can't they call me back? But I really think that maybe in certain cultures or certain certain communities or certain ways, they just assume that if they don't call you back, that's really a no. Some people have a hard time saying we're not interested, and maybe they think it's nicer. I'm not saying it is or if it isn't, but I think that some people think it's nicer, or maybe more bekavadik, not to actually say no. But the fact that they don't respond, that they don't answer, that's basically saying to you that, you know, that they're not interested. But I try not to take it personally.
It's also different when it's the boy side or the girl side, because when you go to the girl, they already have a yes. But when you just approach a boy, these boys have names and names.
Right.
They sometimes just don't get back because they don't have an answer yet. I mean, they have names.
Right. I think when you come to a girl and say, I have a yes from a boy, they have
They
to
have to
respond.
deal with it.
They do have to, you know, they have to respond, and I think they probably usually do. We're talking more about the boy who first gets the name.